Hello and welcome to the annual Risam Scholarship Award ceremony. My name is Stephen Cassidy and as Dean of Graduate Studies I will be your host. Joining me are Dr. Barry O'Connor, President of CIT, and Dr. Anya Nihay, Acting Registrar and VP for Academic Affairs. Due to COVID restrictions we were unable to host the 2019 awards last March, so this ceremony is to honour the achievements of both our 2019 and 2020 Risam Scholars. The Risam Scholarship Award funds doctoral students to undertake world-class research in CIT. These scholarships were awarded following a competitive process involving external review by national experts. Criteria for selection included the strength of the research proposal, the academic track record of the applicant, and the quality of the research environment within CIT in the proposed discipline area of the research. In more normal times, this event would have taken place in the council room of the Institute and would have given us an opportunity to congratulate you, the recipients, and your families and supporters in person. This year, in compliance with government health guidelines, we are hosting the event virtually. In this virtual format, we will hear from each of our recipients as they, in their own words, describe the research they are undertaking. But before we hear from the recipients, I would like to call on Dr. Barry O'Connor, President of CIT, to address you.
A chuidúisle fer an fáilte mór óibh go dtíon ó cáid speisialta seo inar monamid scoláirití Risam ar na céimithe úntacha atá linn ocht. Tréas líimiid an ghradim leo agus déanaimiid cógáirgus leis lena bheithirí taide as na daoine úntacha seo arcú. You're all very welcome to this evening's ceremony where we are presenting the CIT Risam PhD research scholarships to these successful candidates. The Risam PhD scholarships are part of CIT's strategic investment in the future of this country. For our future depends on having the best research graduates working on strategically relevant projects who will attract and sustain new and existing high-tech as well as creative arts and design companies here in Ireland. It also fits in with our innovation ecosystem of teaching and learning, research and engagement with industry and with society. The word Risam is Old Irish for let us strive or let us achieve, and is the motto of this institution. It is part of the prayer of Neve Colman, Rishamilla, as the monastery of St. Finbar emerged from a period of pestilence, an uncanny connection with our current period of COVID-19 pandemic. The Risam PhD scholarships represent a €500,000 investment over 3 years, and it is a significant amount of additional finance. And for this, I would like to thank colleagues in the faculties and colleges for supporting this investment in your future. The Risam Scholarship Initiative was developed here in CIT as part of our ongoing commitment to Doctor of Philosophy education and research. The scholarships are a full scholarship covering fees, a monthly stipend and certain other relevant expenses. Now, due to COVID-19, it was unfortunate that we had to postpone our awards evening for our 2019 cohort of recipients, but we are delighted to be able to award them this evening, along with the successful 2020 recipients. Over the past 2 years, we have received over 25 Risam PhD applications, which involves a full research proposal by potential academic supervisors and prospective PhD students. Each of these full proposals was reviewed by an experienced external higher education panel, and from these, 18 proposals were recommended for funding. The recipients here today are engaged in multifaceted research from various departments in CIT, with projects ranging from arming immune cells for adoptive cell immunotherapy, advanced applications of augmented reality technology, improving the holistic energy performance of a smart building with integrated renewable energy systems and electric vehicle charging, advancing deep architectures for biomedical image analysis, development and validation of a predictive biomechanical model of the knee for motion capture. A number of research projects are carried out with and supported by our research centre, CREATE. I would particularly like to thank Dr. Stephen Cassidy, Dean of Graduate Studies, and Dr. Niall Smith, Head of Research, and the Graduate Studies Office in particular. And now to the awardees. The Risam PhD Scholarship you are awarded here on this evening is the result of your own talent and hard work, but it also arises from the support and dedication of our academic colleagues and, of course, the support of your family and friends. Well, the easy part is over now. Your doctoral research work has started, and for sure it will be a period of challenge for each of you, as, by its very nature and definition, PhD study is about developing new knowledge. You may feel that you are flying solo as the work progresses and you explore and maybe develop new areas of knowledge or novel analytic and design techniques. But no, your supervisors and the Graduate Studies Office are here to support you all along the way. And be sure to avail of the support and that of your fellow researchers across CIT and soon to be MTU. We wish you well on your doctoral studies, which you have started in the most challenging of times. Tá isagum gnairo ge galliv as gnéisih gashka. Gur mil magav agus gnéisih slán.
First, we will recognise and celebrate our Risam Scholarship awardees from 2019. Our first awardee is Finbar Buckley, who is pursuing his doctorate in physical sciences. Finbar from Cork completed his Bachelor of Science degree in UCC. The title of his study is Optical Molecular Imprinted Printed Sensors for Compound Detection, with a focus on high potent drugs. Finbar is now going to tell us about his research.
Hi, my name is Finbar Buckley and I'm a PhD student working at Kappa and Tyndall. My research focuses on the detection of high potent drugs using molecular imprinted polymers and Raman spectroscopy. Molecular imprinted polymers is a polymer-based recognition tool that can isolate certain chemical species. Raman spectroscopy is a laser light system that can identify the chemical bonds between atoms in a molecule. The ultimate aim of my research is to develop a portable, lab-on-chip, Raman-based design that can identify chemical species in the field. I'd like to thank Risam Scholarship Programme for helping me with this research, along with my supervisors, Dr. Michael McAuliffe and Dr. William Whelan Curtin. Thank you.
Congratulations, Finbar, and the very best of luck with your study. The next group of awardees are all from the Department of Biological Sciences. Our second awardee this evening is Keelan Cullen. The title of Keelan's research is The Role of Clostridium difficile Biofilms in Disease Persistence. Keelan completed his Bachelor of Science in Biology in the University of Ulster and, like many of our PhD researchers, is based off campus. Keelan is undertaking his PhD research at Ulster University and is co-supervised by CIT and University of Ulster faculty members.
How's it going, folks? My name's Keelan. I'm from Derry, so I hope you hear me. You can understand me clearly and don't find my accent too terrorising. Hope you're all keeping well and safe during these trying times. Like yourselves, I'm a Risam Scholarship student. Only difference is the bulk of my research is carried out here at Ulster University in Coleraine rather than Cork. I should say it was carried at Ulster University. Thank you so much, COVID. So, my research, before I go into too much details and boring you half to death, is looking at the C. difficile strain 027. More specifically, it's a hyperferrin strain, R20291. The strain is the leading cause of many Clostridium difficile infections within hospital and care home environment. The primary cause for its high levels of infection and resilience is to do with its ability to produce a biofilm. What I'm trying to do is to find and sequence the genes that produce R20291's biofilm and hopefully be able to find a way to break this biofilm down, I should say, reducing the impact on the health sector. Hope you find this wee bit of information useful. Hope it didn't mount your heads. And any questions you have, I'm more welcome to answer them for you. Thank you so much and have a great day.
On Keelan's graduate supervisory panel are Professor Roy Slater from CIT, Professor James Dooley, Dr. Nigel Turnan and Dr. William Snelling from the University of Ulster. As modern research becomes increasingly collaborative in nature, Keelan's work is a wonderful example of how CIT partners with other universities to undertake groundbreaking research. Our next awardee is Maya Kista, who is based in UCC. Originally from Latvia, Maya completed her undergraduate degree in Cork Institute of Technology, and the title of her research is Origin, Orthopedic Implant-Related Infections, Diagnosis Through Next-Gen Sequencing. In her own words, Maya's project entails isolating bacteria found on the human skin in the hope of finding new antimicrobials called bacteriocins. Maya's supervisory team consists of Dr. Maura Begley, Dr. Katrina Gannan, Professor Jim O'Mahony, Dr. Brendan O'Connell, and Professor Aidan Coffey. Congratulations, Maya, and the very best of luck with your research. Our next awardee is Jennifer Jones from Cork, who is pursuing her PhD in the area of life sciences. The title of her study is Bioengineered Probiotics to Target UPC Infections. In your own words, Jennifer.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Jones, and I graduated with my undergrad from CIT in Pharmaceutical Biotechnology in 2019. I am now entering my second year as a postgrad research student under the Risam Scholarship in BioExplore in Create in CIT. The title of my project is Bioengineered Probiotics to Target Uropathogenic E. coli Infections. This project is both lab-based and bioinformatics-based. And basically, the aim of this project is to screen the human body for bacteria that's already present, and then using this bacteria to try and create an alternative treatment to UTIs in the form of a probiotic. I would like to thank my supervisors, Dr. Eamon Culligan, Professor Roy Slater, and Dr. Craig Murphy, and I look forward to finishing this project. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jennifer. Wishing you every success as you continue your research journey. Our next awardee is Alex Morris. Before undertaking his PhD, Alex completed a Master of Science in UCC. Alex's research has been undertaken in collaboration with colleagues from UCC and Chagas and is focused on developing new therapies to tackle Parkinson's disease. Congratulations, Alex, and the very best of luck with your research. Our next Risam awardee is Peter Meidzau, who is pursuing his PhD in the field of food safety. Before undertaking his PhD, Peter completed a Master of Science in Food Safety Management at Technology University of Dublin. The title of Peter's research is Harnessing Genomic and Phenotypic Diversity of Listeria to Improve Food Safety and Reduce Food Waste. Peter is based in Chagas, and his graduate supervisory panel consists of Dr. Michael Callanan, Dr. Maura Begley, Dr. Brendan O'Connell, and Professor Aidan Coffey.
We all eat food to live. If we eat contaminated food by chance, the food we eat can make us sick or even kill. World Health Organization estimates 1 in 10 people get sick globally per year and 500,000 deaths because of foodborne illness. That's why I'm here in CIT to pursue PhD in food safety. This is the title of my PhD project. It is Harnessing Genomic and Phenotypic Diversity of Listeria to Improve Food Safety and Reduce Waste. There is good and bad bacteria. Simply, the bad bacteria make us sick. Listeria is one of the bad bacteria I'm after. What's significant about it is it could grow under refrigeration temperature. With the human eyes, Listeria can be seen on the petri dish like this. Listeria is happy in certain kind of food. That soft cheese, raw milk, ready-to-eat food like salami, ham, and ready-to-meat product, and also ready-to-eat seafood like smoked salmon. And they are also happy in the raw sprout. If you eat Listeria-contaminated food, you could get fever, chill, muscle pain, diarrhea, and pregnant women can get abortion. This is the lab space where they do microbiological manipulation. My job as a researcher, I will find a way how to eradicate Listeria from our food chain. Then everybody have safe food to eat.
Congratulations, Peter. Wishing you continued success in the lab. Our final Risam Scholar from 2019 is Monica Murphy. Monica graduated in Pharmaceutical Biotechnology in 2019 and is currently in the second year of her postgraduate research project under the Risam Scholarship in CIT. Her research is in the field of cancer therapy. The title of her project is Arming Immune Cells for Adoptive Cell Immunotherapies. Monica describes her project to us in the following way. Cancer immunotherapy has shown long-lasting clinical responses in some patients with metastatic cancer where conventional treatments failed. However, in more than 50% of patients, it is unsuccessful due to tumour immune evasion mechanisms excluding or suppressing immune cells. Adoptive cell transfer involves expanding a patient's immune cells outside the body and reinfusing them into the tumour. Gamma delta T cells are anti-tumour, cytotoxic, unconventional innate immune cells with untapped potential for adoptive cell therapy. The focus of Monica's project is a subset of these gamma delta T cells called V delta 1 gamma delta T cells, which have a high cytotoxic potential. These unconventional T cells are natural tissue resident and can survive in low nutrient and oxygen environments similar to the environment that tumours establish. They are considered a real contender in the fight against solid cancer. Unlike conventional alpha-beta T cells, they are not restricted by MHC antigen presentation of tumour-associated peptides, meaning they have the potential to be transferred between patients with different MHC molecules, making them excellent candidates for allogenic T-cell therapies. The main objectives of Monica's project are to firstly show V delta 1 T-cell psychotoxic potential in vitro, and secondly, to adopt a protocol to expand these cells ex vivo. Monica would like to thank her supervisors, Dr. Katrina Foley and Dr. Leslie Cotter, for their continued support and guidance. Congratulations, Monica, and the very best of luck with this important research. We will now move on to the awardees from 2020. Our first awardee from this group is Cian O'Regan, who is pursuing his PhD in the Department of Physical Sciences and is undertaking research in collaboration with Blackrock Castle Observatory. Cian's research is entitled Advanced Applications of Augmented Reality Technology, and his graduate supervisory panel consists of Dr. Niall Smith, Dr. Ted Scully, and Dr. Alan Giltinan. We will now hear from Cian.
Hi there, my name is Cian O'Regan. I'm a Business Information Systems graduate from UCC, and I'm absolutely delighted to have received the Risam Scholarship earlier this year to allow me and my research team to investigate the potential role of augmented reality devices on future human missions to the Moon and then on to Mars. I'd just like to thank CIT for the opportunity to conduct this research and really look forward to seeing what we come up with and sharing our results with you.
Congratulations, Cian. We look forward to seeing where your research takes you. Our next awardee is David Jordan, who completed his Master of Arts in CIT and is pursuing his PhD in the Department of Organisation and Professional Development. The title of his study is Managing the Business Improvement Districts in Ireland, Setting the Agenda for Suitability, Policy and Practice. David will now tell us about his research and its importance to rural towns in Ireland.
Hi everyone, my name is David Jordan and I'm delighted to be chosen as one of the recipients of the Risam Scholarship. The purpose of my research is to develop a town centre management model that is fit for purpose for Ireland's rural town centres to future-proof their vitality and viability. Concern over the future of Ireland's rural towns have been part of social discourse for the last few decades, and this is before we witnessed the long-term implications of the COVID-19 pandemic on rural economies. The research is timely as it's in line with the Programme for Government's commitment to a town centre first policy approach. International studies have demonstrated that business improvement districts have significantly contributed to the rejuvenation of towns and cities. The focus of my study will be on the current business improvement districts in Ireland, as currently there is no research to measure their effectiveness to date and whether or not the model can be transferred to towns in rural Ireland. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has supported me within the Department of Organisation and Professional Development, namely Gerard O'Donovan, Dr. Angela Wright, Dr. Breda Kenny and Don Crowley. Thank you.
Congratulations, David, and the very best of luck with your research. Our next awardee is Andrei Laipi, who is pursuing his PhD in the Department of Process, Energy and Transport Engineering, where his project is in the area of renewable energy systems. Andrei is based in Germany at the University of Applied Sciences in Karlsruhe. The title of Andrei's study is Improving the Holistic Energy Performance of a Smart Building with Integrated Renewable Energy Systems and Electric Vehicle Charging. Andrei will tell us about his research next.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrei Laipi, I'm 26 years old and I'm from Germany, where I received my master's degree in industrial engineering from the University of Applied Sciences in Karlsruhe. Now I'm very grateful to have received a Risam scholarship this year to undertake a PhD under the supervision of Dr. Michael D. Murphy in the Department of Process, Energy and Transport Engineering. And in my research project, I want to investigate the holistic energy performance of a smart building with integrated renewable energy systems and electric vehicle charging. Therefore, I want to provide an improved approach to reduce electricity costs and carbon emissions for companies or private households that use renewable energy systems and electric vehicles. And for this purpose, I want to design and develop a modeling framework which uses multi-objective optimization. That's about me. Thank you very much.
Andrei's graduate supervisory panel includes Dr. Michael D. Murphy, Dr. Marco Braun from Karlsruhe, Dr. Paul O'Sullivan, and Dr. Philip Shine. Congratulations, Andrei, and the very best of luck with your study. Our next awardee is Emer O'Regan, who is pursuing her PhD in biomedical engineering. Before undertaking her PhD, Emer completed her engineering degree in CIT. Here she is to tell us about her research in her own words.
Hi, my name is Emer O'Regan and I'm a graduate of biomedical engineering, and I'm currently a first year PhD student in the Department of Mechanical, Biomedical and Manufacturing Engineering. My PhD supervisors are Dr. Darren Dawson and Dr. Keith Bryan, and the title of my PhD project is The Development and Validation of a Predictive Model of the Need for Motion Capture. So in other words, my project is around the ease of use of our gait analysis lab in CIT, making the process easier for us as the assessors and most importantly for the patients that use the lab. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the School of Graduate Studies for giving me the opportunity to do my PhD. Thanks so much for listening.
Congratulations, Emer, wishing you every success. Our next awardee is Mohammed Munib Saab, who is pursuing his PhD in computer science. Mohammed from Pakistan completed his MSc in Comstats University in Islamabad. The title of Mohammed's project is Advancing Deep Architectures for Biomedical Image Analysis, under CIT supervisors Dr. Rory O'Reilly and Dr. Mushabir Hussain Remani. Mohammed is now going to tell us a bit more about his research.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mohammed Munib Saad from Karg Institute of Technology. I am pursuing my PhD in computing under Risam Scholarship Award. I am working under the supervision of Dr. Rory O'Reilly. My research is on the use of artificial intelligence techniques for improving healthcare and particularly the diagnosis of COVID-19 through biomedical image analysis. For computer-aided diagnosis, we typically require ample data to train an AI model, but unfortunately, there is a deficiency of image datasets in COVID-19 cases. For this reason, we need data augmentation techniques that artificially create new training data from existing training data. In this way, we have more copies of training images and high volume of image datasets. So the objective of my research is to investigate data augmentation techniques to improve the training of AI models so that we could have better diagnosis of the disease. This project will benefit the radiologists to check patients with high efficiency of COVID-19 results in limited time and further improve the accuracy of detecting COVID-19 patients. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mohammed, and best of luck with your research. Our next awardee is Anna Desmond, who is pursuing her PhD in the field of biological sciences. Anna completed her undergraduate degree in CIT, and her graduate supervisory panel includes Dr. Fiona O'Halloran, Dr. Leslie Cotter, Dr. Des Field, Dr. Brendan O'Connell, and Dr. Rita Hickey. Anna carries out her research in collaboration with UCC and Chagas Moor Park. Let's listen to Anna talking about her work.
Hello, my research project is about identifying new alternative antimicrobial treatments for neonatal pathogens to improve the health and well-being of infants. Due to the continuing rise, persistence and spread of multi-drug resistant bacteria, there is an urgent need to develop new alternative treatments to combat resistance and or improve the effectiveness of existing antibiotics. I will be screening antimicrobial and anti-adhesive properties of an antimicrobial peptide called niacin and mucoligosaccharides against several neonatal pathogens, including Group B Streptococcus and Listeria. I will also be investigating if niacin and mucoligosaccharides can improve the efficacy of current antibiotics.
Congratulations, Anna. Our next awardee is Carrie McCarthy, who is pursuing her PhD in the area of health and nutrition. This project is supported by staff from the Department of Biological Science and the Department of Sport, Leisure and Childhood Studies. The title of Carrie's research is An Investigation into Nutrition Metrics, Environmental Determinants of Dietary Behaviours and Population Health in a Multi-Campus University Setting. We will now hear from Carrie.
Hello, my name is Carrie McCarthy and I am delighted to have received the Risam Scholarship this year. I recently graduated from Nutrition and Health Science here in CIT in 2019 and I was working in the food industry as a quality assurance assistant with the past year. During my time as an undergraduate, I worked very closely with the CIT Health Initiative Project, a Healthy CIT, after founding the CIT Nutrition Society. Nutrition, health and wellbeing is a passion of mine and I am delighted to continue on the good work that has been done so far by the Healthy CIT project. In the next 3 years, my project will look at the student body within CIT, soon to be MTU, and will investigate the nutrition metrics, environmental determinants of the dietary behaviours and overall population health. This will be achieved by auditing the food environment within CIT and surveying students to determine the current situation, which will then shape the novel campus health intervention. Ireland is currently facing 2 pandemics, obesity and COVID-19. From this project, it is hoped that factors which may affect students' health can be identified and a means of decreasing the risk of non-communicable diseases within this cohort.
Carrie's graduate supervisory panel includes Dr. Keane O'Neill, Dr. Jeanette Walton, Ms. Andrea Bickerdike, Dr. Tara Coppinger, and Dr. Alison Marazzi, and is a wonderful example of interdisciplinary research within CIT, harnessing the strengths of a number of departments. Congratulations, Carrie, wishing you every success in your research. Our next awardee is Aoife Burke, who is pursuing her PhD in nutrition and health also. Aoife completed her undergraduate degree in CIT, and the title of Aoife's study is Tackling Obesity by Exploiting the Satiety Cascade Response to Soluble Fibres. Aoife's supervisors are Dr. Michael Callanan, Dr. Jeanette Walton, and Dr. Bridget Lucy.
Hello, my name is Aoife Burke and my project title is Tackling Obesity by Exploiting the Satiety Cascade Response to Soluble Fibres. The aim of this project is to assess the mechanisms by which bioactive compounds derived from soluble fibres might influence and alter the drivers of behavioural relapse, which is the period of hunger and satiety controlled by our circadian rhythms, mediated by a multitude of interactions across several interlinked pathways. Working with me on this project is my supervisor, Dr. Michael Callanan, who I would like to thank for all of his time, effort, help and hard work in the development of this project, And I would also like to thank CIT for offering me this opportunity to explore such a project. Thank you.
Congratulations, Aoife, and the very best of luck with your research. Our next awardee is Ciara Keneally, who is pursuing her PhD in the life sciences. The title of Ciara's research is Identification, Characterization and Engineering of Escherichia coli bacterioins to kill UPEC. Ciara will tell us about her study in her own words.
Hello, my name is Ciara Keneally and I recently graduated from the Pharmaceutical Biotechnology course here in CIT. I am now a first-year PhD student under the Risam Scholarship. My PhD title is the Identification, Characterization and Engineering of E. coli bacteriocins to kill uropathogenic E. coli. The aim of my project is to look at a potential treatment for urinary tract infections, which could be a therapeutic alternative to antibiotics. I would like to thank my supervisors, Dr. Eamon Culligan, Professor Roy Slater and Dr. Craig Murphy, and I look forward to working with them throughout the coming years. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ciara. Wishing you every success. Our next awardee is Aisling O'Brien, who is pursuing her PhD in the area of cancer research, in particular in the area of myeloma, a form of blood cancer. Before undertaking her PhD, Aisling completed a Master of Science at the University of Ulster. The title of Aisling's PhD research is Comparison of Detection Methods for Minimal Residual Disease in Multiple Myeloma and a Study of Chromosome Y Stability as a Potential Novel Treatment Response Marker.
Hi everyone, my name is Aisling O'Brien. For my PhD, I will be under the supervision of Dr. Fiona O'Halloran here in CIT and Dr. Vitaly Mikitev, who's based in CUH. Over the course of the next 3 years, we hope to develop a blood-based test that is capable of accurately quantifying the number of residual cancer cells that are left after treatment in multiple myeloma patients. At the moment, this is being monitored using bone marrow samples, so a blood-based test would be much less invasive for the patients, and we're hoping it could also lead to earlier detection of relapse in these patients. It's an incredible honour to have been awarded the Risam Scholarship, without which this project would not be possible. Thank you.
Congratulations, Aisling, and wishing you every success in your very important research. Our final awardee of the evening is Laura O'Connell. Laura comes to us after completing a Master of Science in Trinity College, Dublin. Laura's supervisory panel are Professor Jim O'Mahony, Professor Aidan Coffey, Dr. Brendan O'Connell and Dr. Paul Cotter. Let's hear more directly from Laura.
Hi, my name is Laura and my project is entitled Towards Better Detection and Treatment of Mycobacterial Disease. My focus is on neonates disease, which is a mycobacterial infection that cows get, which causes chronic gastroenteritis. The problem with this type of infection is that mycobacteria are a very slow-growing type of bacteria, which makes it very difficult to detect this type of infection in the animal. It can be dormant for up to 2 years, and over those 2 years, the infected animal could be spreading the infection to the rest of the herd. So my goal is to hopefully use bacterial viruses to not only detect infection in early stage animals, but also provide a treatment that can very specifically target the mycobacteria that is causing the infection.
Congratulations on receiving the Risam Scholarship, Laura, and the very best of luck with your research. That concludes the recipient presentation section of this event. I am sure that you will agree with me that it was fascinating to hear the range and diversity of problems that these students are attempting to solve. They encompass a range of domains highlighted in the CIT research strategy, which impact us all, including healthcare, with projects in the area of cancer therapy, Parkinson's disease, food safety, animal husbandry and obesity, climate change with smart buildings and renewable energy systems, and computer science with augmented reality and image analysis. I would like to thank the students for engaging in this event and compliment them for the quality of their presentations. I would now like to call on Dr. Anya Nihei, Acting Registrar and Vice President for Academic Affairs of CIT, to address you.
A bhuaile chuisteoirithe, a uachtaráin, a cholacathe, a dhaoine uaisle agus go háirithe is scoláirí Risam. Is mór an óir dom a bheith an sáilebh an ócáid anna speisialta seo. Ní féidir linn bailúla chéile I mbliana faríir, mar sin féin, cé gur seaarmanas cianda an ceiliúra seo, chur an bhór néocht an glundar céine orainn agus a chur sé riamh, Micheol sibh. Members of the governing body, President, colleagues, friends, and most especially our new Risam scholars, I am very honoured to join you on this very special occasion. Unfortunately, we cannot be together face to face due to the current circumstances. However, we simply must seize the opportunity to recognise and celebrate your achievement in being awarded the Risam Scholarship and to wish you every success in your research journey. As Barry has already mentioned, those words Risam Ille, meaning may we all achieve, come from a hymn written in Irish and Latin by St. Coleman back in 664 AD. And they remain very true to this day in CIT. Indeed, how appropriate it is that CIT's postgraduate scholarship scheme should bear the title of Risam. For indeed, each of you has already achieved a huge amount. You have come through a very competitive process, which required you to set out your research question, explain your proposed research process and timeframe, consider methodological and ethical issues, and devise your personal development plan. Paired with that, you have already attained a very high standard in your academic journey to date and have clearly demonstrated your ability and drive for excellence in your chosen discipline. Given the year that is in it, I am also very much aware that the pandemic, which changed our world utterly this year, has impacted on you at a time when you are either studying for your final undergraduate examinations, preparing a Risam application, or, as in the case of our 2019 recipients, working on the first year of your research programme. We are therefore especially impressed by your achievement in light of this. I would like to say a special word of thanks to your families, loved ones, and friends who have journeyed with you to this point, and I know that you will count on and value their support as you progress through your doctoral studies. I must also acknowledge the ongoing efforts of my own colleagues in the departments, schools, faculties, School of Graduate Studies, and right across the Institute, who are working with you and encouraging you towards that dream of that day when you will be called doctor. And I want to thank them and all staff who have supported you in your previous studies for their steadfast dedication to your success. There's an old Irish saying, "Ar scá chéile a bharan na daoine." We live in each other's shadow. And while each of you has your own specific research programme and will work very hard at it, I do think that it's no harm to bear that saying in mind over the next few years, which I can guarantee you will fly. There is no one more determined for you to succeed than your supervisors, so draw on their expertise, listen to their expert advice, ask them questions, and share your ideas with them. Take the time to make new friends, whether in the postgraduate research community, in CIT, MTU, and in Cork and beyond. Stay in contact with your old friends and continue to lean on them and on your families and loved ones who I know will continue to support you towards your educational, professional, and personal goals. Finally, please always remember this. Your achievement in becoming a Risam Scholar has not happened by magical thinking. You have already made sacrifices, put in long hours of study, and made important and difficult decisions about priorities in your life. all of this, along with your own unique talents, is a magical combination to bring forward on your research journey. We all look forward with anticipation to seeing the fruits of that journey, and we wish you every happiness and success in it. Cohortchas livile agus ganairi gagaliv. Curvmahagwith.
So finally it falls to me to close this ceremony. On behalf of myself and my colleagues Lisa Moran and Bernie Lahan, we would like to offer our congratulations to the 2019 and 2020 Risam recipients. As part of the Graduate Studies team, we look forward to supporting you over the coming months and years on your exciting PhD journey. We hope that you and your families and supporters have enjoyed this event, and we wish you all a safe and happy Christmas. Good night.